guys, this is axillary crutch fitting, conformation of fitting, and sit to stand. To get started, I want to show you guys a little bit about axillary crutches and how you're going to make adjustments to them when you're working with a patient. An axillary crutch, you're going to fit them in a standing position, and to do that, before you want to get there, you want to make sure you know how to do all of the adjustments. So, if you want to get in closer here. With an aluminum crutch, the bottom adjustment is based on patient height. So you can just ask the patient how tall they are and then make the adjustment there by pushing the button locks and then sliding out. For the hand grip adjustment up here, there's what's called wing nuts. Basically, you just unscrew the nut. And then you have a long screw that comes out. And then this piece is removable, and you slide it up or down to the corresponding hole that you need for it. For the wooden crutches, same sort of idea, except they are all wing nuts. So same thing, you unscrew the wing nut. Jump some wing nuts. Take the screw out, and then you can slide them correspondingly to the holes. Same thing for the hand grip adjustment here. Okay, so we have Pete the patient here, and we're going to do a sit to stand. So whenever you're doing this, the first thing you want to do is get a gait belt on your patient, and then get your wheelchair footrest out of the way. To demonstrate here, Pete, get your foot up on there. When you take the involved lower extremity off of the wheelchair, make sure you do it for the patient and just lower them gently back down. For today's video, Pete's going to be non-weight bearing on his involved lower extremity. So Pete, what you're going to do your sit to stand with your crutches here is you're going to take your uninvolved arm on the uninvolved side basically, and you're going to hold on to it here. You're going to put pressure through them for you to stand up. You're going to put pressure through your left arm there through the armrest, and you're going to extend your right lower extremity that's not involved. The physical therapist will get two hands on the gait belt, there, and next thing you want to do is make sure your patient is towards the front of the wheelchair. So do you want to scoot a little bit forward there for me, Pete? Okay. Hold on there. All right, go ahead and stand up when you're ready. Good. And the physical therapist is just going to kind of guide the patient up. For your first time getting a patient up, really you just want to be careful with them and gain an understanding of how much they're going to be able to assist you in getting up. Next thing Pete's going to do is he's going to take his left arm there, grab onto the crutch. This is the involved side arm. And he's going to keep his shoulders relaxed, and he's going to hold on to his hand grips there for balance. In order to confirm a fit for your axillary crutch, you're going to have the crutches anterior lateral to the patient's feet there. And you're going to take 2 or 3 fingers, and while the shoulders are relaxed, you're going to measure between the top of the crutch and the shoulder, or between the patient's axilla and the top of the crutch. And just make sure you can fit 2 or 3 fingers in between that. For hand grip height, with the patient's arm relaxed, you're going to match up the ulnar styloid with the hand grip. And then while the patient is holding on to the hand grips, you should see about a 20 to 30 degree angle here at the elbows. Okay, so next we're going to go back down. So Pete's standing kind of in a stride. You can have the patient have their feet next to each other or in a stride, like Pete's demonstrating right now. So in order for Pete to sit back down, what you want him to do is have him feel the back of the chair with his lower extremity. So Pete, can you feel the back of your chair? Okay, good. He's going to take his left crutch and bring it over to his right one. And he's going to assume that position again where he has his crutches out of his armpit in front of him. He's going to take his left hand and he's going to hold on to the arm of the chair here, and he's going to lower himself back down, maintaining his weight-bearing precautions. PT is holding onto the gait belt, guiding the patient down. Okay, go ahead and sit, Pete. Nice. Nice and easy. Good. Okay. So while the patient is in sitting, you can go ahead and make your adjustments. Like I said before, the push button locks on the bottom based on patient height. So I would just confirm with Pete his height. Pete, how tall are you?
5'10".
5'10". All right, we're in that 5'10" slot right there. And Pete's ulnar styloid matched up perfectly to this hand grip height. So I'm going to keep those right where they are, but if you needed to adjust them, you would just loosen the wing nut locks again. Before you send your patient on their way, make sure that everything is locked on the crutch. So your wing nuts are tightened all the way and the button locks are locked all the way. Go ahead and put some weight through the crutches, make sure everything is stable, everything is good, and then have the patient try it out, try the crutches out, make sure they're comfortable, make sure they know how to use them and everything. Another piece of this is getting up from a chair without any arms. So what Pete is going to do in order to get up is put his left arm on the side of the chair. He's going to push straight down through the chair and pushing up on the handrest of the crutches. Go ahead and do your, make sure the PT is guarding. Go ahead and get up, good. And then go ahead and go back down. Good. All right, so the other technique you can do is have the patient swing their legs to the side of the chair. And then Pete's going to grab onto the arm of the chair. So what's important when doing this one, that the patient pushes straight down into the back of the chair. Don't have them push away from the chair or in another direction, because they'll end up tipping the chair over, causing a fall. Also good to make sure that the back of the chair isn't movable, such as this one that we use in class, because as the patient puts weight through it, the back of the chair might recline back, leading to a fall. So just to demonstrate, Pete's going to push straight down through the back of the chair. PT's going to guard. Go ahead and stand up, Pete. Good. All right, that's getting up from an unarmed chair.
No, don't try to swim up onto my shore.
So the last piece of this is having a patient perform some ADLs. So the first thing you want to do is assess the upper extremity strength of the patient, especially their scapular depressors, because it can be very taxing on them. For a patient that's weight-bearing as tolerated, you want to have the patient abduct their lower extremity that's involved away from them so that they're putting less weight through that. So what Pete is going to do while he's standing with his crutches, just abduct his foot a little bit away from him. Still putting weight through his crutches, he's just going to be putting less weight through his involved lower extremity. It's good to have a patient when they're standing doing their ADLs to have a non-skid mat underneath them to prevent things like falling, slipping, also to reduce pressure on the feet. If the patient is non-weight bearing, you can have them seated and then bring a table, anything they need to do their ADLs to them. Accommodate the environment for the patient. If the patient is showering, there needs to be a cast or covering over the brace or cast that they have to prevent water from getting in between the skin and the cast. And that's it.
I just need